Benedict Cumberbatch, you return as Doctor Strange in Avengers Infinity War. It's out next Thursday. Now, do you have any clue what happens in this film?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us anything about it?
No, I can't.
OK, fair enough.
The shortest Norton interview.
Well, no, you're Doctor Strange and you must be helping the world in some way.
In some way, that is correct, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sort of helping the world and worlds beyond it, potentially.
Ooh. They've branched out. They've knocked through.
Pick over that bone.
and all we know is that there's just shed loads of superheroes in this thing.
Yeah, no one really knows. I've heard everything from sort of 36 to 23 was the most frequently quoted number, but I don't even think the Russo brothers who directed it know quite how many there are in it. I'm sure they do, actually. They know everything. But...
Have you seen the whole film yet?
No, I really haven't.
OK. Now, putting on, you know, the Doctor Strange outfit, is it like just putting on any costume, or is there a thing, I am a superhero?
There is definitely a moment. I remember very clearly when I first put on the whole thing, including the cloak, as is often miscalled the cape, but it's a cloak and it's really heavy. It's like a cloak. But when it first all went on with the hair and everything, and I sort of looked in the mirror, I just started laughing like a 12-year-old. And the costume designer, Alex, who's seen it all, just sort of folded her arms and went, yeah, seen that look before. You're having a superhero moment. I think I am, unabashedly giggling at the fact I can play a superhero.
But you wear the outfit, like, off-set, which seems a little tragic.
Let's contextualise that judgment, shall we? I was filming in New York, and New York obviously is the home of the character, so some of it had to take place there, and we were on his street, we're on Bleecker Street. And just around the corner was a cafe, and it was in New York, as I think in a lot of America, the paparazzi can get in front of the camera. They go, hey, get out of my shot, to the DOP, who's moving the camera around. So it's extraordinary. And they were everywhere this day. There were more of them than there were crew. So this is getting a little ludicrous. They can't follow me into a cafe, surely. And they went, no, they can't, but you're going to a cafe? I went, yeah, it's a French word for a coffee house. I'm going to go around the corner and go to the And I went into... Sorry, not all Americans are stupid. I didn't mean that. I knew I'd get a cheap laugh out of a heat-stroked crowd, so I'm very sorry.
I wasn't listening. So.
You were, right. Touché. Oh, man. Fair enough. So I go to this cafe, and I'm fully regaled up. I don't really know if I could finish the anecdote. Keep going, must keep going. And I walked in, and it was very New York, that everyone sort of turned around, what the? And the coffees were sort of half between mouths and tables, and people stopped talking. And then I just went, can we get a table? I had blood and cuts on me and a costume, and the minute the waiter said, yeah, sure, everyone just went... Anyway, as I was saying, Joseph was going to show at the campus this weekend. It was just very New York. Clicking back
Doctor Strange just in our
because
Jake and Tom together in Spider-Man Far From Home. It's out on the 2nd of July. Ooh. Now, Tom, we know you're Spider-Man.
Yes.
Jake, who are you?
I play a character called Mysterio, and he is a guy who.
Mysterio?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
I didn't know you said Wisterio.
Like... Mysterio, yeah, like a flower. It's a wisteria.
I think you meant he said Mysteria.
Oh, Mysteria.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Mysteria.
Well, I mean, I do wear spandex. But, yeah, his name is Mysterio, and he finds himself on this Earth. He finds a sort of dimensional rift, and he falls through it, and he's chasing after this incredible creature, and it lands here on Earth, and he has to fight this creature, and needs Spider-Man's help.
And superhero gets superhero outfits, and you liked yours.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Holy
Like, you wore it more than you were meant to, didn't you?
He'd never take it off. There's not a scene I don't wear it in.
And did they offer you other clothes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Graham, let me ask you something. If they offered you that, would you ever take that off?
I would never take it off. I would never take it off.
Do you fly in this movie?
Yes, but I fly generally anyway.
Yeah. Mind you, someone else has got a new suit. Spider-Man's got a new suit.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
But now, you really like this suit, right?
I do, yes. Because I can go to the bathroom in it, mainly. It's funny, if you watch Iron Man 1, Robert wore the full suit, and then if you watch Iron Man 2, he wore, like, American football pads that were red and gold. I'm on my 5th movie. and I just got a zipper. So it's been a steady climb, but I'm
Well, you
getting
earned
there.
it, kid, you know. I find that when you make enough movies, you get a zipper right at some point. But you gotta earn it. It's one of those obstacles that are put in front of you. You gotta learn how to...
Yeah, that is true. But in terms of the suits, because Gwyneth, I sort of, you know, you don't think of Pepper as kind of a superhero person. She was more human.
Yeah.
But you did get to wear the suit.
Yeah, a few times I did, yeah.
Was it in Iron Man 2? 3? 3. 3. Iron Man 3. Oh, and Endgame. You're in it in the Endgame as well.
And Endgame.
And Infinity War.
Yeah. And were you really in the suit?
Yeah, as Tom was saying, they've evolved the suit. So in Iron Man 1, Robert was wearing huge armor, and by the time it got around to whatever the last one was, we were sort of half and half.
I really don't know the names of these
I
movies.
know. Do you? Honestly, do you?
No, I can't.
Exactly. So mine didn't have a zipper, but I guess I don't need a zipper. In the
All that
same way.
steaming. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know how that works. It's like the subway. Woo.
You get into them like with talcum powder and people pulling them up and...
Yeah.
What are we talking about right now? Okay, sorry, I just... Yeah.
Good point.
Yep,
Good
I just
point.
wanted to...
The suit.
My last suit, I had to definitely wiggle into it.
Yeah.
I've done some
Do you have to
CGI, and it's like
yeah.
putting on a really tight wetsuit or a scuba outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels so nice.
Yeah? That's funny.
And earlier we were talking about getting in shape in films. So when you're Ant-Man, is there a big pressure to kind of really bulk up for Ant-Man, or?
Well, I try and get in shape, and there's a whole kind of regimen that I go through. I have in each one. I was doing it with this one, too, and working out simultaneously with Jonathan,
Wow.
which, yeah, seemed kind of is pointless.
but also, I'm thinking, like, Wolverine and Creed, they take their shirts off. Ant-Man never takes his shirt off.
Yeah, I stupidly realized that about halfway through filming. I'm like, why am I putting myself through this? This suit can do most of the work. But I did, and I like to think, oh, you know what, it gave me enough, my conditioning was good, and I was able to film throughout the day.
And we know he has great abs.
Yeah.
Even though...
Do we know? Michael talks of little else. Andrew, I'm slightly disappointed now that you're not in the outfit, because you do show up at things in the outfit.
Do I? Yes, I do sometimes. Yes, I'm a fan. I love being Spider-Man. I'm 30 and I'm embarrassed about it. No, I adore it. Yeah, my first ever Halloween costume when I was 3 was a mother-made Spider-Man costume. My mother.
Actually, I think we've got a picture. We've got a picture of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There, look at him.
How amazing is that costume? My mum is amazing. She made both those costumes for me and my brother. My brother's Superman and I'm Spider-Man.
That's Benedict Garfield.
For my mother. For my mother.
How amazing! I mean, it's kind of amazing she made the outfit. It's more amazing that little boy is now actually Spider-Man. That's nuts! I love it.
It is. It's very
And
strange.
you must be exhausted. You've been everywhere. You've been to China? It's China?
Yeah.
Me too.
And it's amazing what Spider-Man does. It's your second time on the Spider-Man trip. It was my first time. And I don't know if he saw this, but people cried when they saw him. Like, people, you know, and it was just amazing. And then there was a girl crying next to me. And she said something in, you know, like Japanese.
Was it in Japan or China?
It was in China. I'm sorry.
So she was speaking Japanese
She was
in China.
speaking
Got
no,
it.
it's China.
Japanese.
It was a foreign
It was
lingo.
a foreign language. But she was sitting there crying, and I thought, you know, that it was because she had seen, you know, my movies and stuff, but the guy said, she's saying you're standing on a foot.
Daniel's new film is the latest hit from Marvel, Black Panther. It's out now. And, I mean, this film is doing such amazing business. It's sort of beating everything before it, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have a theory. Is that I think there's some artists that said, don't pirate it. They always said, don't pirate it, so loads of people are just not pirating it. And they're going to the cinema to watch it. And also, it's an experience.
Yeah.
It's something to watch with people.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's quite wild. Yeah.
But also, I mean, without doubt, it's the best reviewed Marvel film of all time. I mean, these reviews are crazy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
OK, so tell us about the story and who you play in the story.
The story's about T'Challa, who's the Black Panther, whose dad dies in a previous Marvel film, and he has to take over the throne because the dad was the king of Wakanda. He's taken over the throne, and he has to be the king with these powers and has the responsibility. But there's new enemies that are coming in. But Wakanda is this place, and I play Wakabi, who's the leader of the border tribe that protects the border because nobody is allowed to be in Wakanda, so it keeps its resources within Africa. So it's a fictional African country that keeps its resources, so it's like one of the richest countries in the world. But in order to do that, it needs to be protected, and no one knows about it outside of Wakanda, and we have to keep that secret.
With superhero movies come those costumes. You get the superhero costumes. So you must have been very excited to think, what's my costume?
Yeah, and then I had to wear it. Because I had to do these armor. I look like an African Jedi. So I had all these armor and all this stuff, and it was like... And then I had to have a blanket. Flipping blanket, man. Like... Because we shot in Atlanta, and so it was so hot. It was just so hot. But I had to act really cool, because I'm in a superhero movie. So we're like, oh, yeah. But, like, just sweat. My makeup is going all over my eyes, and I'm just, like, blinking like this. So it wasn't a sexy moment for me, I'll tell you that.
And, now, a lot of the reviews are talking about how this film is kind of a game changer. I mean, was there a sense amongst the cast and the crew that you were doing something kind of important when you were making this film?
Yeah, because it's an African superhero movie. I've never seen that in my life. I felt that on set. We had this waterfall scene, and it's basically T'Challa's getting... it's the coronation. And then everyone starts singing, like, hundreds of extras start singing and drumming, and I just got chills. I was just like, I've never... Like, my inner child was like, oh, my God, if I saw this as a kid, I wouldn't feel such like a weirdo. Or like, you feel weird when you grow up because there's nothing that looks like you on TV. And this is like 90% of the cast have an African accent, including Andy Serkis. It's like everyone's like, you know, it's like... It's just this kind of like... When I first watched it, my inner child was so happy that this exists, you know?
Yeah, I think the reaction of people is going to be amazing. I mean, this movie will have such a life. It's going to be, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. Because now, Henry Cavill, are you the hottest man in the world right now?
Doesn't sound it.
No, I can tell you, actually, you're the fourth. You're the fourth hottest man.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Now, Ben, you were the hottest man in the world, weren't you?
I didn't know that. But
oh,
now,
you were.
Now I'm going to find out I'm 86th or something.
It's worse than that. You're 99. But you're hotter than Javier Bardem.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I've never even broken the top 10, so you guys should feel real.
Because in this movie, Ben, you know, you are in incredible shape in this film. So what was your standing start? Because he obviously had been Superman already.
Well, yeah, I saw him in the Superman movie before, and I was kind of pissed me off because I was like, great, now you're going to set this whole... I was hoping he'd be kind of normal looking. And then I think he's the alien, I'm just a man, so I could kind of roll out of bed. But no, we worked out every day, and I hated every minute of it. And I was glad when it was over.
But was there must be, because you can't help it, like when you finally get on set together, you must have been kind of like, his arms aren't that big. You know.
That was when we slept together.
Deleted scenes.
We never fell asleep.
I didn't stay over.
Now, Henry, that picture we were looking at the top of the show there.
Yeah.
Now, what you posted it. I didn't go looking. You posted that picture. And in fairness, if I looked like that, I'd be sitting with my top off right now. But, now, you posted that on Facebook, didn't you?
Yes, Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, yeah, somebody did. And, well, the comments were...
That's actually from my Facebook page.
It's your goal.
I was going to do worse than that. No matter what, I was going to be less than that. Yeah. Do not exceed this.
The comments on Facebook, though, I love that people, like, bother to put these things. I think I just wet my panties. This next person, I have the weirdest boner right now. We're hoping that's a man.
I want to know what was weird about it.
I know. And then this one, I just love this one. This is just, holy sweet little 7-pound baby Jesus.
What does that even mean?
Happy Easter? I don't know. It's very random. Ben, it is this kind of funny club now. There's a kind of elite group of people who have all worn the outfit. So did you reach out to any of them?
You know, I didn't reach out to any of them. I have talked to many of them since. I had a really interesting encounter. I was buying my kids one Tuesday afternoon. We went to a costume shop, a Halloween shop. There was nobody in the place. The woman proprietor didn't recognize me or didn't care at all that I was in the shop. And I was in there with my kids, and I heard this voice say, "Oi, is that you, Ben Affleck? Is that you here?" I looked around. That's my British accent.
Very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I looked around, and I saw Christian Bale. And the first thing I thought was, Christian Bale is British? He's such a good actor. I thought, I really was like, and he was very friendly. He was there with his kid buying Halloween costumes too. And apparently she didn't recognize him either. And,
this is quite the store.
It was this Los Angeles costume shop. And he was very generous and kind. He's a wonderful guy. And he said, you know, make sure they put a zipper in that suit. I did 3 movies with no zipper in my outfit. So he gave me some very practical advice. And
did you take that advice?
I did take that advice, and proved quite useful.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was very, very kind to me and very sweet, and I appreciate it because it would have felt awful if I thought, you know, that he was going around going, "Can you believe that they put in that Batman?" And I ended up running into Michael Keaton and I talked to Clooney briefly, whose advice was unrepeatable. And,
what was his advice?
It's just a string of epithets. That's George.
Okay. You are back in the blue, but apparently they've simplified the bluing of you.
Yeah, turns out they never had to do 8 hours of full-blown body paint ever.
Oh. So is it CGI now or something, or?
No, I wish. Then I would be like, maybe take a little off the thigh. No, it's like a blue, like, pantyhose that goes around my whole body that I can't sit to pee in. Can't do any form of bathroom. Like, the guys who made it were like, well, she's a girl. She didn't go to the bathroom. So I pee standing up out of a funnel.
A sheebie.
Yeah.
I've actually
I've
burst into her bathroom with a BB gun while she was trying to pee in her funnel.
He pelted me while I'm like, it's so hard to do because you have to stop while you're in the middle of peeing to let the rest of it go out. Like, that's a whole scientific process. And so I'm like trying really hard and like there's a lot going on. And then he burst in and started pelting me. And it wasn't fair because we were all shooting each other with guns. But you all were all in clothes.
We were all
and I'm naked.
We were telling this story the other day and we were saying like, so there we were and she's like huddled on the floor in her bathroom naked. And me,
and
Nick,
I'm like, they're
and
all
Michael.
ganging up on me and I'm naked.
And we're unloading on her. Then we're just like,
Trust me, you're gonna want to see this episode.
And obviously you're back in the suit.
Yes.
The suit's the same this time, right? Or is it being changed, or?
Yes, it's the same. Yes.
Okay.
As the last one, there's no changes. Again, I asked for a zip and I didn't get one. Do you have a zip?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of?
It's not a conventional zip, no. Otherwise you'd see it, but yeah, it's...
We're talking about the same zip, right? A toilet.
I hope so.
And I've said this publicly before because I really think we should do something about this. I actually think this should, like, all of us, we need to band together. We need to tell somebody. Because he can, like, you know, listen, it's one piece, so there's a helmet and there's all these things that go underneath it, and I always have this fear that if he's, like, working really hard or something's happening, that if he had to, like, throw up, per se, how is he going to get it out? This is a genuine concern.
Yes.
Right? So I honestly, sometimes when I look at him, I'm like, I get a little scared because I'm like, what if you, like, I don't know. It just stresses me out.
I'll be like,
no, help him. It's true, because how are you gonna get it out?
But haven't you've got better at the suit, though. Can't you found a way, can you eat with the suit on?
Some things. Some things. There's essentially so the eyes pop out And there used to be these fans. I remember them bragging about they added in these fans that you could click and it would supposedly cool me down. They worked once. After that, I just have these hot batteries in my helmet. But there's a hole underneath the eye socket where we used to be able to feed a tube down.
Oh, no.
And I could drink without taking the suit off because it, you know, it takes a lot of time.
And you've got to picture this. If children have stayed up late to see Spider-Man, maybe they shouldn't see Spider-Man drinking. It's quite unpleasant. There it is.
And that is a frappuccino.
That's the truth. And that's good because you've avoided the Marvel universe. So, but you're in it now.
Yes, Loki, yeah.
But you turned things down until before Loki.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think, you know, there's some things that just either didn't feel right or and also some things that I auditioned for and didn't get. So, you know, it's that sort of thing of when it's right and the right timing. But yeah, I mean, similarly with the costumes, I don't have any kind of crazy suits, but like, you know, the whole cape thing, I mean, even just for moving from set to set, you know, because of the secrecy of the costumes, of what character you're playing, you know, we have to wear these capes over our costumes to hide, you know, what our character could be.
But isn't it, because obviously we've talked a lot about how they don't show you the scripts and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
But is it true you weren't allowed to see what you were wearing?
Well, I saw a drawing. And I saw a little bit of a script and, like, some of the previs and everything. But, yeah, it wasn't really until, you know, the first costume fitting that I really got a chance to kind of, you know, understand my character's costume.
And here is your costume in Loki.
Ta-da!
Ooh, it's a jacket.
That sounds it sounds like they didn't know what they were doing. They were like, just draw something quickly.
I know, it's a suit. I mean, I do love my costume, though, because
It is a suit.
It's a suit, but it has a kind of swooshy kind of tail bit, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Nice. And talking of the suits, when they first were, you know, discussing Superman with you, presumably part of it is they want to see what you might look like in the suit.
Yes, unfortunately.
So, like, they make you...
Yeah.
But it can't be your suit.
No, well, it wasn't the finished sort of movie suit. It was just Christopher Reeve's suit. Either of that or a replica of it.
That they just had?
No way.
And it's literally like a pair of kids' pyjamas, and they hand it to you, and they're like, put this on for the screen test. And you're thinking, I'm going to look really bad in this.
You do not. Look, here, we've got a picture of you in Christopher Reeve's suit. You look great.
It looks like... I mean, can I swear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
It's funny to see Superman with, like, stubble.
Yeah, I know.
It's like what, Superman 4, was it, when he was drunk at the bar?
Yeah.
But this is an infantile question, and I apologise to the ladies' press for asking this, but so when they hand you, it must be the same with the Spider, when they hand it to you the first time on a hanger and you go off to your dressing room, do they say, and you can leave your pants on, or do they say, you should really slip your underwear off?
I think they leave it up to you, and then if you get it wrong...
But what is right?
They just don't want to see, like, boxer brief lines.
OK.
So, yeah.
Boxer briefs, everyone.
Yeah,
boxer briefs.
Yeah. I'm in a thong in my one. Yeah. I love it.
I didn't even ask you, Tom.
I just wanted people to know. Yeah.